Michelle. Thank you so much for coming in. I know it can be difficult getting here with such a busy schedule, so I really appreciate it. My name is Chelsea, and I am the counselor here at Dalton. So I talk with parents whenever there's possible issues or anything like that with their children.
Okay.
And if you don't mind, I'm going to use my computer to take some notes about our conversation and to just look at his academic and behavioral file.
That's fine.
Okay. So, however, everything we talk about here is confidential unless there is any safety issues with your family. Some examples are if you're going to hurt yourself or someone else is going to hurt you or you know someone else is going to hurt themselves. I say this for every family that I talk to. I'm just a mandated reporter, so I have to tell you this. Are you still okay with me taking notes?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, there's no safety concern in my family, but...
Okay, that's great to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to talk to you about the things that teachers have been bringing up with me. And we have noticed that your son has been struggling in some of his classes. Mostly it's just turning in homework late. And it looks like he has a few low grades on his test. So I talked with him yesterday to check in about how things are going. We talked about how things are going at home. And actually one of the things that he talked about was that he loves hanging out with you and your husband. He just really cherishes that time when y'all get to just hang out is pretty much what he told me. But then we also talked about that he is feeling a lot of pressure from home. And he's just saying that he doesn't want to let y'all down. And I see how much you and your husband are involved in the school and Idris's schoolwork, and it's just great how much you clearly care about Idris.
Yeah, I see. Keeping up with his academics and his heavy workload is very stressful. And I'm surprised to hear that he doesn't want to let me down because he just is putting in no effort. It doesn't seem like he cares at all. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, I understand there's a lot of pressure to keep up with Idris's workload. But I called you in to talk about the pressure Idris has expressed. How have things been with your son at home?
My husband and I put in a lot of effort to track his progress.
Yes.
We're always checking his grades. I put all of his quiz dates and assignment deadlines in my planner so I can try to keep track because I have to be on him all the time. For example, once actually, we had been working on his paper together for a long time and we put so much effort into it because I wanted him to get an A.
Yeah.
And the night before the paper was due, he forgot the paper at school. And it was very frustrating. And he just didn't seem to care. And when it comes down to it, Idris is lazy. He's very irresponsible. And he just does not have a drive like I did when I was younger. And I don't know how to help him because my husband and I basically give him everything, all of the resources, and he just shows no appreciation and he does not care.
So what was your reaction when he told you that he left his paper that y'all have been working with?
Yeah, I mean, I was furious. Very angry with him, very disappointed, and I made sure that he knew that. I mean, I have to watch over him all the time to make sure he's doing his work.
Yeah.
Literally, I will sit next to him at the kitchen table and watch what he types, and I will tell him that what he's writing is just, he could just always be doing better, and he just doesn't care. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, that must be very frustrating for you. It sounds like you are a very caring parent and you just want him to be doing his best. His workload is very heavy, and of course, you know, that's unlike other children in public schools. It's a very heavy workload, and it could be quite overwhelming for some families. If your son was performing at his highest level, what would that look like to you?
I guess he would be more responsible.
Mm-hmm.
He would complete all of his assignments without me nagging him. And I think I would still want to put the dates and the deadlines in my planner.
Yeah.
But he would just be on top of it himself, and his grades would just be higher, and he wouldn't start slipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how involved are you in his schoolwork?
I mean, I'm a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to do everything for Idris.
Yeah. Sounds like you put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, I have to if I want my son to succeed.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how involved would you want to be if you imagine Idris was performing at the level that you wanted him to do?
I would say a 7 because ideally a 7, but I don't trust that he would continue to put in the efforts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say I would want to stay at a 7.
So what would that look like for you, being at a 7 and helping him?
I guess just not having to nag him as much, and not having to literally hover over him while he's writing his papers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you think he would react to it?
I think he may like it. Maybe he'd feel a little relief because I wouldn't be breathing down his neck at all times. And I know, I'm aware that I'm nagging him a lot, but I have to because he wouldn't be able to succeed if I wasn't helping him.
Yeah. So how often do you find yourself breathing down his neck?
All the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I have to constantly remind him to complete his homework and work on his grammar when he's writing. And I know he can do better. And so I feel the need to just make sure he knows that all the time.
So then would you say that most of your indirections are possibly negative?
I mean, I hate to admit it, but yeah, I guess lately there's been a lot of tension and negativity in the house because we're really just talking about his schoolwork all the time because he's just not doing well. He's getting C's when I know he could be getting A's.
Yes.
And my husband and I really value academics and success. And we want Idris to do well at Dalton.
Yeah, I see. So what are some positive things that you do with the family?
Idris is very involved in basketball. So ever since he was young, my husband and I go and support him at his games and we cheer him on. And, my husband also nags him with basketball, I would say too. So, but otherwise we have family dinners.
Okay.
And so we get some time together.
Okay. Do y'all, when you're doing these family dinners, are you working on homework at the same time or are you just sitting around with each other and...
I mean, we end up talking about his homework.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard not to when he's just so lazy.
Yeah, I can understand when there's so much pressure. It can be very helpful for a child to have positive family experiences as often as they can. Nothing that relates to any performance measures or talking about how he's doing with school or even maybe talking about how he's doing with basketball because you said his father is very hard on him when it comes to that because he wants him to perform at his best level. Can you see yourself being able to make that time?
I don't know. There's just not a lot of time during the day, but I guess I can try because you're saying it's important and I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. So what are some examples of that positive time you could spend together?
I guess we could walk the dog together.
Yeah.
And he could help me cook dinner.
Yeah. Those are some great ideas. So how would you... Well, if you don't mind, I kind of want to do a little role play, if that's okay.
Yeah, I guess I can try.
Okay. I will be Idris, and you would be yourself.
Okay.
And I want you to imagine that he is doing his homework and you want to see if he is interested in cooking dinner with you. Show me how you would ask him.
I would say, Idris, come help me cook dinner.
Yeah. So let's try making it sound a little more fun than just a demand. Could you try something like, let's take a break together from homework and let's cook something together? You know, I think it will be fun. Just make it sound a little more upbeat.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel about that?
Yeah.
Would you like to try it?
Sure.
Okay.
Idris, do you mind helping me cook dinner? Maybe we can take some time away from homework and do something a little fun, the two of us.
Sounds great, Mom.
Thank
You
you.
did a very good job.
Thanks.
So, you know, you can always come in and let me know how things are going. You can call me, email me, and we'll just be in contact about how things are going.
Mm-hmm.
Try to make it a daily thing, even if it's just 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes of just some positive interactions that have nothing to do with performance.
Okay.
And on the weekends, maybe try to do something maybe a little bit longer. It can even just be 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever time that you have, because I know that time is very limited. Do you have any questions for me?
No, thank you.
Thank you. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you came in here.
Me too.
And I appreciate it. Let me know if you need anything else, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.